Nigeria's oil and gas industry has changed. Under the leadership of President Goodluck Jonathan and through the definitive actions of Minister of Petroleum and President of OPEC, Diezani Allison-Madueke, Nigeria now produces more oil and gas using more Nigerian companies who employ more Nigerian people than ever before. The results have seen a transformation in Nigeria's economy and a transformation in the lives of all Nigerians. It wasn't always like this. Before Goodluck Jonathan became president in 2010, Nigeria's oil and gas industry produced too little and wasted too much. Incredibly, for one of the world's largest oil producers, Nigeria relied on fuel imports. Do you remember what that felt like? Prior to 2010, Nigeria didn't have the infrastructure to create a world-class oil and gas industry. We didn't have enough oil tankers or pipelines. And considering the richness of our oil and gas reserves, why was our domestic gas supply so inadequate? But a lot has changed in 4 years. Today, Nigeria's petroleum industry is the country's largest generator of GDP. According to the International Monetary Fund, the sector accounts for approximately 70% of Nigerian export earnings and around 75% of government revenue. Growing the industry still further is the task of Minister Diezani Allison-Madueke. The minister has applied the principles of Goodluck Jonathan's transformation agenda to create a sector of ambition and innovation. Diezani Allison-Madueke is driving Nigeria's oil and gas industry to be an increasingly attractive industry, accessible to every skilled Nigerian. Like President Jonathan, she envisages an industry that continues to give Nigeria wealth and security, and Nigerians greater employment and business opportunities. The results of transformation have been spectacular. In April 2010, President Goodluck Jonathan signed the Nigerian Content Act. The aim of the act was to increase the percentage of petroleum industry contracts awarded to indigenous Nigerian businesses, a reaction to the domination of the sector by foreign operators. It was an act to give Nigeria control of its oil and gas resources. As a result of the act, President Jonathan established the Nigerian Content Development and Monitoring Board. In January 2013, Minister Allison-Madueke announced that the act had already created 30,000 jobs for Nigerians in just 30 months, and that Nigerians now participate in 87% of Nigerian oil and gas contracts. Sustainability is as much about the continued supply of skilled people as it is about natural resources. That's why, as the result of a campaign led by President Jonathan to equip our youth with the skills for tomorrow's oil and gas industry, over 5,000 young people have been trained in engineering, welding, geosciences, soft skills, and subsea technology. A high proportion of those trained have already been absorbed into the industry's workforce, and under the minister's tenure, more than 8,000 students have received degrees through the scholarships provided by the Petroleum Technology Development Fund. Today, Nigeria's oil and gas industry is thriving, and President Goodluck Jonathan is determined to ensure we build on our success. More than ever, Nigerian companies are buying out international oil company interests. Huge engineering projects are being carried out by Nigerian engineering firms employing indigenous workers. And these infrastructure projects are helping to ensure more of Nigeria's oil and gas benefits Nigeria. The huge advances we have made in oil and gas exploration, production and transportation are making a difference in every home across Nigeria. They are also helping to transform our economy, creating the wealth that helps fund our healthcare and education systems, our road and rail networks. Domestic gas supplies have improved by over 250%. And as for fuel, President Jonathan and Minister Allison-Madueke have led the strengthening of the retail and distribution sector with the refurbishment and recommissioning of depots from Aba to Benin and Gusau to Sulaja. Queuing for petrol is a thing of the past. In July 2012, after 12 years in the making, Minister Allison-Madueke submitted the new Petroleum Industry Bill to President Goodluck Jonathan. The bill streamlines existing laws and regulations to stimulate investment. It improves transparency and accountability. The business environment will be more competitive, regulatory institutions will be stronger, Nigerian interest will be further protected, as will workers' health and safety, and the environment. When President Goodluck Jonathan announced his intention to transform Nigeria, did we really believe he and his government could do so much, so fast? Nigeria's oil and gas industry is changing for the better. All we need is some more good luck.